I'm Dr. Chad Larson. So we spent a lot of time on the podcast, especially the last several episodes, talking about nutrition and diet and things that we can do with our sort of diet and nutrition to help support our immune systems. Last time I talked about 5 key things that you can do kind of during flu season to help bolster your mucosal immune system. And one of the things I talked about was exercise. And I mentioned just kind of a simple walk would be enough to sort of check the box and get out and have some physical activity. And then if you do that outside, then you have the extra benefit of getting some sunshine, and that'll help with vitamin D conversion in your body. We know that vitamin D, I've talked about a bunch of times, is so key for your immune system. But I thought that I'd take a moment and talk about sort of another form of exercise that you can do just by walking outside. And I'm doing it right now, and it's called rucking. So if you're not familiar with rucking, what it is you basically just put some weight in a backpack and you go for a hike or go for a walk. And having the extra weight does some really cool things. So I've been doing this for years, and it's a great way to just exercise in general, but it's a way to, if you already like walking and hiking and maybe you don't like running as much. I still like running. I think it's a great form of exercise, but also like to do rucking because it's just another way to kind of explore and just kind of get outside. And also it could be easier on the hips and the knees. And so it's pretty cool. And so what it is you just, I actually have a rucksack, and a good rucksack has some extra padding that goes around the shoulders, because when you put in weight, 30, 40, 50 pounds of weight in the rucksack, it can make it a little bit easier on the shoulders, but you still have the weight that you're carrying around. And so you get all those cool benefits. And so they've done some interesting studies on this, and it could be close to on par as far as fitness and calorie burning as running. So if you take a 200-pound man and you go for a run at, let's say, a 5-mile-an-hour pace, which is about a 12-minute mile, they burn about 755 calories. So that's a pretty decent amount of calories in an hour that gets burned. If you go for a walk, so the average, let's say a 200-pound person going for a 3.5 mile an hour walk for an hour will burn about 391 calories. And so that's significantly less than running. But if you go with a ruck or a weighted hike, so you put weight in a backpack, 200-pound man going at 3.5 miles an hour, so at the same pace as walking, but with weight in it, you burn about 585 calories. So 755 with running and 585 with rucking. So it's a lot more. It's about 50% more than walking, and it's almost as much as running as far as calorie burning. So it's really cool because your heart rate definitely goes up more than just walking. Your breath rate goes up more, so you're getting those kind of more cardiovascular, aerobic type reactions going on in your body, and you burn more calories. But there's some other cool benefits. Like I said, you get outside, you get sunshine, you get to explore kind of nature around you. But also it really helps, you can really feel the weight on your back and your shoulders. And rucking is like the most fundamental form of physical fitness that military guys do, especially special force guys. And I followed through social media and his website and where I got this rucksack from a company called Go Ruck. It was started by I think his name is Jason McCarthy, and he's an ex Special Force Army guy, and so he created this rucksack for civilians to use and use in different ways. You can use it just as a basic backpack, but also has a bunch of extra kind of sturdiness that it can handle a lot of weight. And he explains that that this is what really develops good, strong backs in soldiers and people in the military, because you have all this weight on your back. It's great as kind of a cardio exercise, cardiovascular fitness, kind of gets the aerobic system going, but it's also a great back strengthener because it makes all these muscles have to engage and work. And so it's a great way to exercise, so something to think about. You don't have to start with 30, 40, 50 pounds. You can start with just 10 pounds or 15 pounds, depending on how much you weigh, and slowly ramp it up. As it gets easier and easier, you'll see that you can take more and more weight, but it's a really cool way to kind of add to your exercise. I don't know about in your area, but my area, most of the gyms are shut down, so you got to be more creative in how you get your kind of strength training and fitness. And rucking is a great way to do both. You get strengthening exercise for your back and shoulder muscles, and obviously your leg muscles, but also you get some good aerobic and cardiovascular workout. So go ruck. It's a great way to exercise. So I will keep reading the studies and bringing you the information. Until then, keep it real.